Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha 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 ha.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this evening, October 31st, 2022. And here at Forex Smart Trade, our goal is to make you an outstanding trader, a trader that will change the trajectory of your life by allowing you to become financially independent and be in control of your own time. And we do that by showing you how to use our proprietary trading indicators, which are very accurate in predicting what's going to be happening in the market, and by giving you one-on-one personalized training, which we think is really the only way to effectively learn currency trading. Currency trading is hard. The market is uncompromising in terms of how it'll treat you, but we are going to teach you skills that allow you to manage it and do well. So with that, let's get going. We need to first listen to this guy. And you may hear the dog barking because everybody's at the door, but hold on here.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right, one of the great things about the program, and I'm not sure why this is sized so differently. What did I do to, let's bring the size down over here. One of the great things about the program is we do let you make your own evaluation as to how well our indicators work and if they work for you. And we do that by doing these live trades, by sending daily trade setups, and by the one-on-one coaching. When you become a regular member, in addition to the 3 sessions you have with me, you get access to another almost 15 sessions. We do a live trade in the morning at 10 a.m. We do a live trade in the evening at 6 p.m. We do another live trade later in the evening at 10 p.m. And this is like Baby Bear, where they're just going for scalps, Mama Bear, where they're going for 10 pips plus, and Papa Bear, where they're going for 20, 30 pips. So lots of opportunities to trade. And more importantly is because we're so confident in how well the indicators work and our ability to train you, that we will let you trade company funds once you've been trained, and eventually give you the opportunity to trade an account of $100,000, keeping 80%. But part of it is that we're always training you. We're always giving you feedback. We're always there for questions. and you think of it as having kind of an accountability coach. So if you want to go and get in shape, it's better to go to the gym with somebody else because they're going to keep you motivated and keep you going. You're trying to lose some weight. Again, it's good to do it with somebody else because you're going to be talking about what's going on and sticking to that diet. Same with trading, having someone who's holding you accountable, who's also helping you with the emotional part of it and the discipline. That's what's going to make you a great trader. I work off of a checklist. On that checklist, that's weird. These came up at a different, what do you call it? Zoom. I wonder what does that. Let's see here. Always good to restart your green charts at the beginning of every day, just to clear out the memory so that it runs optimally. I've done that before we came online. At the end of every day, although I'd like to start with it, is to review the current day's activities, what you do well, trades that didn't go well, why didn't they go well? We can go back and figure that out. That's one of the great things about the program is that we've got the ability to go back and take a look at the chart at a specific time when you took the trade, and then trade from there. As we are technical traders, our indicators are very good at telling us the direction the market's going to move into. We want to know what news is happening so that we can trade around that news. And we figure out where that news is by going to forexfactory.com, and they break it down into three categories. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. And it's those red ones I want to worry about. And really, I want to stay out of trading these items, and I want to be out of them 2 hours beforehand. And the reason I want to be out of them 2 hours beforehand, because on things like this, where they're issuing a statement, that statement has been figured out well beforehand, and that news starts to leak a little bit beforehand, and it starts to impact the pair. So we've got some news on the Australian dollar tonight at 11:30. It is now 6:30. Any trade that we take is going to probably should be closed before this happens. It should be closed before 9:30. So we're good. So we've got kind of an open calendar. With that, we teach a dozen different trade signals, and as we train you, we develop a trade plan that kind of suits your personality and risk profile and preferences. I trade using something called the 10-point trade signal, which is I'm trading off of a 1 hour chart. I like to be at least 30 minutes into the 1 hour chart before I do my analysis, which is why we start on a half hour. And on a 1 hour chart, a trade is going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And I expect it to close within 1 to 3 hours. And I am looking for situations where I'm trying to just get all the lines to line up. And minimum is 7 of the lines lining up with lines from each section. And the reason I want to have lines from each section is that each section measures something differently. And when I get agreement, here, each section measures something different. And when I get an agreement across all three, that gives me the highest probability for a winning trade. So with that, let's start taking a look and see what we got. The chart I am using is something called the Light 6 Major, which is one of the standard charts. It's a composite chart in that it's showing us 6 different currency pairs all on a 1 hour chart. I am looking. I start my analysis in the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. Black and gray is the minor indicator. Horizontal blue line is something we call the overbought line. When the lines are when the market is overbought, these lines are above this overbought line, and I want them pointing down. That is an opportunity to sell. Likewise, when the lines are below this horizontal red line, which is the oversold line, that becomes an opportunity to buy when they are moving up. So really, to start, I am just looking to see where these lines are, the red and green and the blue, black and gray, and see if they're overbought or oversold, and if they're pointing up or pointing down. So here we're overbought pointing up, so that's no good. Euro USD, we've got a conflicting signal. We're in the middle of a channel. The majors are starting to roll going down, and the minors are going up. Tonight's trade on the daily trade setup was a 11 pip sell trade, 11 pip sell trade, because off of the 1 hour indicator, we've got steep down lines. The 2 hour, 4 hour, and the 8 hour is starting to roll, but I think we'll get 11 pips before it starts to go up. Let's see here. Pound USD. Majors are oversold going up. Minors are midway through the channel, more than midway, and coming down, so we don't have agreement. USD Canadian dollar, again, oversold. Everybody's going down. Although it looks like the majors are starting to roll a little bit. We've got this little kink in the line going from more steep to less steep. USD Swiss franc in the middle of the channel, majors coming down, minors going sideways. So again, no disagreement or no agreement. Can I get 11 pips from taking a trade in the middle of the channel? Yes, I can. But my trade rules are I want to try to catch it at the top and ride it through the channel, or catch it at the bottom and ride it up. Do I sometimes take a trade if the signal's in the middle of the channel on a 1 hour? I might. But at this stage, we're going to keep it simple for you, so don't. And the I might is, what I'll do is I'll go and I'll look at if I see. In fact, I had a question on this this morning. If these lines are really steep, like right now the slope is a little bit more than 45 degrees, but if these lines are really steep and it's midway through the channel, I may go back and take a look at what the 2 and the 4 hour are doing, and then make a decision off of that to take a trade, even though the 1 hour is more than where I'd like it to be to take the trade. So there are adjustments to make, but right now I'm just focusing basically on the strict rule. USD yen. All right. So overbought, everybody's going down, and I have what's called a double cross, where the red line is crossed over the green and the black line is crossed over the gray. So that's 3 points. Point 1 is let's bring it up here so that you can see. Actually, I should probably write that in. Point 1 is overbought. Point 2 is that everybody's going down. Point 3 is I get the double cross. So that's 3 points. I also like the fact that this is really steep. The green line here is really steep. And I also like the fact that all the lines are clustered. That adds, so that's like 2 little bumps of making this a better trade. Once I have 3 points here, I'm going to bump up to the TNTs where there are 4 different lines, the 2 orange lines, the thick and the thin, the 2 blue lines, the thick and the dotted. And I am going to count how many lines are supporting what I'm seeing here. 2 orange lines going down, so that's supporting. The blue lines are inversely related, so when blue is going up, that means sell. So all 4 are saying buy. Then I am going to jump down to the pressure, and I want the lines either going down or the red line on top. And actually, I've got both here. So we've got 9 points here. This red line is sloped down. This green line is sloped down. So it's a very weak down. What makes it weak is the slope of the line, or is the closeness of the lines and the slope of the lines. This line is not very steep at all. But we've got them both here. So when I have all of those points, then what I am going to do is I am going to figure out, so I've got all of those points. I want to get a confirmation, and the confirmation is going to be from the 2 and the 4 hour chart. So I am going to go here to take a look at the 2 and the 4 hour chart. So this trade, unlike the trade that we teach in the trial, this trade, requires some analysis to figure out what it's worth. So, and basically what I'm looking for is I want both the 2 and the 4 hour to be overbought. They don't need to be going down, but I want them to be overbought. Here, the 2 hours already started to make its move. It is going into the channel, and the lines are steep and clustered. Here we're overbought. Majors are coming down, minors aren't. The reason I want agreement on the 2 and the 4 hour is if for some reason this weakens, I'll still get the trade, but it'll just take longer. I'm concerned about the direction. So when the lines are overbought, it's going down, but may not go down as quickly as I want it to, but they're going down. So I like what I see here. So now what I want to do is, there we go here. What I want to do is, we've confirmed it. I want to figure out what the trade is worth. And to figure out what the trade is worth, I want to look at a, let's save this. I want to look at a clean chart. And on the clean chart, and this morning, when we were looking, we saw a nice signal on the euro pound. I didn't take it, but it was a sell signal, and we would have got it had we taken it. I think hopefully the person I was working with took it. So USD JPY. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some support and resistance. And support and resistance are spots where the lines seem to naturally stop. And I want to add those because it helps me get in and out of trades faster. If I know where the candles seem to naturally stop, that's going to allow me to figure out my take profit within those lines. Because again, my goal is to try to get in and out quickly. So let's see. let's drop a couple lines here, right there. On the Euro USD, these are about 30, 40 pips apart. We'll see what they are on the. All right, so now I'm going to open it back up. So I also want to know the trend. The trend, boy, here for a whole month, it was going up. This is showing you the importance of good, of why you need to have a stop loss on here. Because if you didn't have a stop loss on here, look how far it would have gotten away from you. And just because it goes up a lot doesn't mean it will. Doesn't mean it's going to turn around. You really need to see what the indicators tell us. So we were going up. There was some news last week where we had a big down day. Started to go up. It's going down, and it appears to be going back up since maybe Wednesday. So we're trading in an uptrend. The reason why I want to know what the trend is if I am trading with the trend, I'm going to take more pips than if I'm trading against the trend. So right now, we've got a sell signal. So on a sell signal, I am going to take less pips because we're trading against the trend. So going up, I've got 14 pips. Going down, I have 88 pips. That's a lot. Let's add another support line in here. That is a lot. Like I said, usually these are about 40 or 50 pips apart. All right, so stopped in here, stopped over here. You can see this one's pretty good. It kept bouncing off of this line. Stopped over here a little bit. So what if we change this? What does that bring us to? And it's moving while we're talking here. It's gone down. Oops. Let's move this out of the way. That was a quarter of that a minute ago. 21 pips. 21 pips up and 18 pips. Well, 21 pips up and 18 pips up and 21 pips down. So let's take this for 10 pips down. 10 pips down. Let's just double check the signal again. Down, down, down. All right, so we're going to, so if you're doing your simulator, take 11 pips. Let me find my, this is a demo account. So USD JPY, I'm going to open it up, file, new chart. Here's USD JPY. I am going to make it so that I'm looking at the same time period, so change it to 1 hour. The spread is 4 points. So I am going to go to new order, confirm it's USD JPY. This account has got 12,900 in it. So I am going to use a lot size of 1.29. So I'm basically moving the decimal spot over 4 places. I'm going to do market execution, market sell. It records the sell down here. I'm going to right click on it and then go to modify. And we'll go for 11 pips instead of 10. Take one more. Give it to the Forex God. When I right click and go to modify, it brings this schedule up. And if I put the number of pips I want, 11 pips is 110 points, and click the blue box, it does the math for me. And I'm deciding what we want to use for a stop loss. 3 to 1. Yeah, that'll be. Let me just take a look here. I want to take a look a little bit more. You know what? I'm going to push it up just a little bit because it traded. It's hitting these spots here. I'm going to push it just above these peak throughs because the yen is a little more volatile than the dollar, and because of that extra volatility, I don't want to get stopped out. So we took a trade, a sell trade on the USD JPY for 11 pips. The take profit is 148, 148.538. Stop loss is 149.192, 149.192. And I would expect this trade to close within the next 3 hours. So when we reconvene again tomorrow morning, we do this again tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning at 6:30 a.m. This trade will have closed, and we'll look for a new trade. I am honored that you were willing to spend some time with me this evening on the night before All Saints Day. And I am going to go and start manning the doors because I hear lots of little kids coming. All right, thanks so much for joining me. We are here to help you. We will help you. If you need want some additional information on how the program works or some trading insights, feel free to reach out to me. Best way to get a hold of me is to schedule some time with me. And you can schedule time with me off of the website, forexsmarttrade.com, forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. And then you can get some time with me. Thanks so much, and we will see you just looking at the questions here. We got a question where there's a little conflict here that the USD, we've got a sell on the USD where the USD is in the first position, and we took a trade with the USD in the second position on a sell. So those are kind of contradicting themselves, but there seems to be something going on with the yen that's kind of overriding what's going on with the dollar. That's what's kind of making this why I'm doing it. But that's a good point. Usually on the USD, all of them. Let me show you. Usually on the USD, these 6 things. On these first 3, the US is in the second slot. But you see, there's a little bit of conflict here today. Usually they're all doing the same. The ones where the USD is second. If this is going up, this is going up, this is going up. But here we got the Australian USD going up. Euro USD is kind of sideways. Pound USD is going up. Here USD Canadian sideways. USD Swiss franc down and yen down. And I just really like the steepness here. Now you can see it's pulled back a little bit. When we first took it, these lines were a little further down in the channel. But because we have this two, we've got and actually this isn't quite as steep as it was when we first took the trade. Let's see what happens when it switches. All right, so it's pushing down, and it's still overbought. So this is going to be a good trade. It's just going to take a few hours for it to close. All right, gang. Thanks so much. We will see you tomorrow. Don't eat too much candy. Bye-bye.